Welcome to 6th grade math. This video was made for anyone who was not able to attend the 6th grade curriculum night or open house, or if you would like to preview this before actually coming so you can be a little bit more prepared. First off, I wanted to let you know that I teach periods 1 and 5 is advanced math, periods 2 and 3 are regular 6th grade math, and period 6 is a co-taught math class that I teach with another teacher, Mrs. Graham. Both she and I, we both have children, mostly teenagers at this point, and so we've seen our kids go through school, and we always try to treat your children how we would want our children treated in school. We both love to run and or bike and swim, do triathlons. We use our beliefs that anything is possible in teaching your children. Please don't hesitate to reach out to either one of us if you have any questions throughout the year. We'll always be here to answer any questions that you might have. A couple of things about the team. I've got the link here for Skyward for you. All students will have access to Skyward on their iPads, but please feel free to check Skyward as often as you like to see how your students are doing. Our grading policies, or my grading policy in my class, it's always based on the mastery of concepts, and only assignments that have specific due dates are quest episodes that we do in class that you'll learn a little bit more about. Otherwise, my class is a self-paced class, and students work at their own pace, and I grade them based on how well they've mastered a concept. Due dates. For my class, your students will have a Google Sheet that they will have loaded on their iPad, and you can check that at any time with them to see what they might have due the next day. They will have math assignments every day. My goal is that they would do those in class and not have to do the work at home. If they don't finish in class, then I would ask that they finish it at home. The other classes have posted what is due on the 6 Red assignment calendar, which is a Google Calendar. If you would like access to that calendar, please don't hesitate to ask any of us on 6 Red. I do teach to the Common Core, so those are national learning standards, which all that means is that every 6th grader is going to learn the same thing. Unless they're in advanced math, then they will be learning 7th grade Common Core standards. It is more rigorous than what you may be used to, and we do have a larger focus on word problems. Again, though, the whole goal of my class is that students are working in class, so hopefully they won't have to bring too much home to you. In 7th grade, which is my advanced math class, periods 1 and 5, students will be learning. They start the year with operations with fractions, decimals, and percents. Then they move on to operations with integers, ratios and proportions, expressions and equations, and we end the year with geometry and statistics and probability. In 6th grade, we start with division and decimal operations, move on to factors and multiples, operations with fractions, decimals, and percents, ratios and proportions, integers, expressions and equations, geometry and statistics. Your child may also learn geometry and statistics in their power-up class, because as you can see, we have a lot of stuff to cover in 6th grade math. So 2 power-up classes are dedicated to learning geometry and statistics and probability. I teach a different way of teaching math, and it's a flipped method, self-paced. What this means is that all the math lessons are still taught by me, but they are on video. They're either taught by myself or Mrs. Tiglis. And the students watch the videos to learn the material. If they need more assistance, they obviously can ask us, and we will help fill in any gaps they might have. The videos are also available for parents and guardians to watch on my website or in your student's iTunes U course. If you don't have Wi-Fi, the videos can be downloaded at school and still watched at home. The class is self-paced, so students are expected to complete their concepts within 3 days if they're in advanced, 4 days if they are in regular, after 6 days for advanced, and 8 days for regular math. The concept is considered finished, and they would be assessed at that point. Students are pre-tested, so what that means is if they already know something, we don't make them waste time learning it again. Students must complete 3 steps per day in advanced, 2 steps per day in regular, and those are noted on the Google Sheet that I mentioned. If you have any questions at all about this method of teaching, please don't hesitate to reach out. I will have you know that the results have been really great the last several years. Most of my students make their MAP growth goal every year. I've had between 85 and 95% of my students make their growth target by teaching this way, and I don't expect any different this year. Also, if you are looking for more of a traditional textbook, there is a textbook link also for every concept in their iTunes U course. This is a link to my website if you'd like to scan it. It will take you to my website, and students can find the help videos on there as well. For example, if the iTunes U course isn't working for some reason, they can get to the videos on there. You can also find links to all the other teachers' web pages and other important information that you might need. Grades, they're comprised of mastering concepts. So your students will do a show-off step for every topic to demonstrate their mastery. They can do anything they like for these. 50 points are available for every concept and 40 points for the exit interview. I do tests and quizzes to show mastery, 1 to 3 per unit, and they're scheduled when students are ready. Students also do not need to test on any concept that they fully master. If they score a 4 or 5 on a concept, those questions would be considered optional on the final test. They could do them to raise their score up to a 5 to show that they've retained the knowledge. And then we do a program called the Quest for the Golden Calculator, and there are 25 episodes that we do per year, and each one has a little small assignment that goes along with it, and we do those as well. Help wanted. I would love it if you ever wanted to come and help and volunteer in the classroom. Sometimes a lot of kids need help with just doing their math problems, and I could use an extra set of hands. So if you'd like to, just let me know, and you can use this link to sign up and volunteer. You don't have to be a math expert to provide extra help in the classroom. If you're looking to contact either myself or Mrs. Graham, I've given you both of our email addresses. That's probably the best way to contact us and the quickest response. Our phone numbers are also listed with our extensions. We both recently moved rooms, so I apologize for crossing these out, but I wanted you to have the most up-to-date room numbers. Something that I'm not sure that everyone knows is that if you're looking for math tutoring help at Warren Library, Wednesdays from 6 to 8, it is free tutoring. It's located in a study room near the reference desk, and it's for all grades 5 through 12, study room number 6. So feel free to take advantage of that if your student needs some extra help. Lunch, don't forget about the Hot Lunch program. It's a new program this year. If you need to get in and order that, please go ahead and do that. The information's been coming home. Make sure your lunch has a lunch every day, please. It definitely helps them if they're fed. Most students who have a 9th period RECA class can also have a snack during 9th period. And speaking of RECA, let me go ahead and what we do is we have a curriculum designed to enhance the Math and Language Arts Common Core curriculum. The students do rotate quarterly. We silent read once a week, and we have study hall time every day. On Mondays, we will always work on science because they have a weekly assignment due on Tuesdays. Tuesdays, we work on their LA because it's due on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, we work on social studies, current events because they're due Thursdays. Thursdays, we do additional math, and Friday is free homework time. Make sure that you're always checking the assignment calendar for assignments. In my 9th period class, students will be working on extra math concepts that we wouldn't typically have time to work on in math class. So they'll be starting this year with ratios and proportions. The grades are comprised of how well they did on the concepts, of course, and then also their behavior grade would be based on just being prompt to class, participating, being prepared, having proper behavior and proper attitude. And that is just about it for what I would be going over in open house. Once again, feel free to reach out at any time for any questions. Also, if you need to sign up for a parent-teacher conference, you can find the link on my website under Viking Important Information or under Teacher Conferences. There's a sign up there. Please feel free to sign up for a fall and spring conference. Hope to see you or hear from you soon.